St. Lucia's capacity to respond effectively to domestic and gender-based violence has been significantly enhanced following the completion of specialized training for law enforcement officers in the implementation of the Domestic Violence Act and gender-responsive policing. The 5-day training program, conducted from January 26 to 30, concluded with a closing ceremony at the National Skills Development Center. 26 officers of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force successfully completed the training, which focused on survivor-centered responses, professional conduct, evidence management, interagency coordination, and accountability under the law.
As police officers, you are often the first point of contact for victims of domestic violence, and your response can make a critical difference between fear and safety, silence and justice. The knowledge and skills gained this week strengthen not only your professional capacity, but also public confidence in the police force. The effective implementation of the Domestic Violence Act requires more than legislation. It requires understanding, empathy, sound judgment, and collaboration among all stakeholders.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Equity, Labor, Gender, Elderly Affairs, Social Justice and Consumer Welfare, Dr. Shaman Hippolyte-Emmanuel, highlighted the importance of translating training into real-world impact for survivors and communities.
These are certainly unprecedented times that call for greater capacity, commitment and coordination, and innovation than ever before. Your task is huge, but it is very important. And may I add, it's doable. The greater your understanding of the responsibilities and other provisions contained in the Act, the better equipped that you will be to deal with the cases. I'm therefore pleased that you are all here demonstrating a shared goal, vision, and of course, appreciation of what you have learned. St. Lucia has certainly made significant strides in addressing DV and gender-based violence more broadly in the last few decades.
Dr. Hippolyte-Emmanuel also emphasized the country's progress in legislative reform, institutional strengthening, including the Family Court, Women's Support Center, Forensic Laboratory, Vulnerable Persons Team, and National Task Force for Gender-Based Violence Prevention and Response, as well as the vital role of civil society organizations such as the St. Lucia Crisis Center and other partners providing prevention and response services. Speaking on behalf of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, Inspector Aniel Innocent reinforced the operational significance of applying the principles of gender-responsive policing beyond the classroom.
Gender-based violence remains a serious concern within our society, and as police officers, we are often the first point of contact for victims and survivors. The way we respond, our conduct, our language, and our decisions can have a lasting impact. This workshop has equipped each and every one of you with the knowledge and skills to respond in a more professional, sensitive, and victim-centered manner. The Commissioner encourages all officers to move beyond the classroom and to put into practice everything learned during this training. The true value of this workshop will be measured by how effectively these principles are applied in your daily duties, particularly in the enforcement of the law and the protection of the most vulnerable.
The training marked the final activity under the first component of the Stop Gender-Based Violence project, funded by the Embassy of France and implemented in collaboration with UN Women Multi-Country Office of the Caribbean, the Family Court, the Gender-Based Violence Task Force, the Division of Gender Affairs, and the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.